Good afternoon. This is Dave Shaw at Shaw & Son Repair. We have a 2005 Chevy Silverado on here. As you know, we live in a rural area, being here in Litchfield, Michigan. What I've seen on some of these vehicles that with the check engine light on, some people think, they go to Google and they look up their symptoms, or they look up the code on that they get from AutoZone or whatever like that from a code reader, and they say replace your oxygen sensor. Well, sometimes this is not the sensor that's causing the problem. Sometimes it's a wire that goes to that sensor that causes that problem. Being, like I said, out here in rural Michigan, we tend to get mice up in underneath the wiring harnesses, especially when it gets colder out. They try to make nests. I wanted to show you some of the what they do to your wires. What we got here, this green wire with a white tracer on it. As you can tell, that's just a bare wire sticking out underneath your fuse box. What I've done is remove the fuse box, and the fuse box usually sits right where about my hand's at, and then there's a little cubby underneath here. Well, there was a huge mouse nest underneath there. Once we pulled the cover off, pulled the fuse box out of the way, because what I found during my testing is that we weren't getting the right voltage to one of the oxygen sensors. That's just one of the wires here. Get a good picture of this one. This wire here, this black wire right here, that one's broke right off from being chewed up, and probably can't get a very good look at these orange wires here, but there's actually little nicks where they've bitten into it, and then corrosion has started. And what that does, that corrosion gets into that wire, and then it starts eating that wire right up. As you can tell, there's barely making any contact in that wire right there, just from corrosion eating away at the wire itself. There's several wires on this vehicle that are like that, so now we get to either repair it or replace it, and that's what we're going to have to go over with the customer. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Talk to you later.